So I'm going to give you some action steps. And the action steps for this is I call it the cell phone challenge. I don't know if you guys ever taken the cell phone challenge, but here's what the cell phone challenge was for me. When I decided to go on my $1 million run, and actually it was in 6 months, when I started to go on my $1 million run, what I did was I made a decision that I was going to do it. Nothing was going to stop me to make my $1 million, and I was going to do it as quickly as I could. I gave myself a year, so I'm going to do it. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to make my $1 million. What I did was I took out my cell phone. I looked at my cell phone and I said, let me take out all the people. Whenever they call, I just I don't want to talk to them because they're either going to be negative or something. So I started deleting all the negative people that were in my cell phone. And I said, you know what? If somebody calls that's not on this list, I'm not going to talk to them. Another person I deleted off my phone was my mother. And I will tell you, you're going to have to make decisions sometimes that, I called up my mom. I said, Mom, and it's because this is a funny remark. I said, Mom, I'm going on my $1 million run. And she's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, I'm going to make $1 million, and I'm going to do it. And during the time, I'm not going to talk to you. She's like, what? And she started crying. And I was like, no, Mom, I'm serious. We're not talking. And it wasn't because of her. It was because, I don't know if you guys ever hear the little conversations you have in your head, but that person that was talking to me was my mom in my head. And I figured if I cut her out of my life, then I wouldn't hear her talking in here anymore, because if I was strong enough to stop her from talking to me, having communications, then I would be strong enough to cut that little conversation of her talking to me in my head. And I did. And I said, Mom, I've just got to do this. When it's all over, we'll have fun. It was hard. And I remember the day after I did, I came home and I said, Mom, I did it, and it was during Christmas. And she was like, I came home for Christmas, and she was like, now we're best friends now. But during that time, it was hard on her because me and my mom were best friends. It was a matter of that conversation in my head. It was just my mom saying no or something like that I would always hear every time I was trying to do something. Matt, you can't do that. It was my mom saying it, nothing else. And what I call them, or they might be in there, is that negative mind chatter. Stop the negative mind chatter. Whatever it is, whatever's communicating with you, whether it's your teacher from school, whether it's your parents, whatever it is, you want to stop that negative mind chatter. If you can grab it, and some people call them gremlins, what I like to do is, I don't know, but whatever that is, whatever that voice is that's sometimes going to be talking to you and giving you negative input, I would just tell you to strangle the crap out of it and tell it what you want to do and say, I am going to do this no matter what, and make it happen. Also, another thing is another thing you guys are doing this actually, challenges is to actually start seeking marketing education. You guys have already done that one. Don't do it. Another one is you must be a master marketer. I focus on, there's two things actually I focus on. From a marketing perspective. And I put them all in the same marketing thing. If there's two things you can say, what are my two biggest goals right now? Actually there's three. One, I want to become a great storyteller. So I'm actually I want to learn to become a good storyteller. And the second one is that I personally want to become a great direct response copywriter, because I know, I'm good, but I know I can get better. And some of the best copywriters in the world, I might have a friend that wanted to charge me $25,000 to write a short little piece of paper. There's a lot of money in it. And I will tell you, nothing's better when you can turn words into money. Just sending out, remember when I sent out my first email and all of a sudden all this money started coming in? I was like, how did people just buy off of me writing a couple words down? But becoming a great direct mail or great copywriter is one of my big goals.
Do you want money? Yes, I want the money. Do you want money? Of course, that's a stupid